Welcome to the world of tennis, presented by BNP Paribas. The scoop from inside and outside the lines. You'll be center court for some of the most insightful and entertaining stories from around the globe through the wit and wisdom of our host, Justin Gimelstob. World of Tennis will take you inside the training room with Dr. Vijay Vad, a physician for many ATP players and one of America's most respected doctors. You'll get the best read on the tours with Tennis Magazine in our weekly roundtable, and exclusive lessons from the legend with 8 Grand Slams under his belt, Ivan Lendl. Watch all this and more coming up right now on the World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas.
Hello, I'm Justin Gimelstob. Welcome to the World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas. This week, we're in sunny Los Angeles for the Farmers Tennis Classic, presented by Mercedes-Benz. In a special exhibition match, Andre Agassi will be taking on John McEnroe. That proves to be very interesting. We're also going to take a look at one of the greatest rivalries of all time, Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova. Now here in LA, some great exciting news. Andy Murray takes a last-minute wild card, and also the Bryan brothers are entered, and they're going to try and set the all-time team record for doubles titles. But first, let's see what type of interesting shot-making and banter happens when Andre Agassi and McEnroe get back on the same court.
Watch the events you missed as we look back at this year's tennis events. Brought to you by Wilson, #1 in tennis.
Legends John McEnroe and Andre Agassi hit the court at the Farmers Classic for the Stars Under the Stars event to support the Andre Agassi Education Foundation. After winning the coin toss, McEnroe chose to serve first. Unfortunately, he was going against one of the greatest returners of all time. Agassi broke early and forged ahead. Agassi controlled the match from the baseline with his heavy ground strokes. However, McEnroe, one of the greatest competitors of all time, showed his great movement and improvisational skills to keep it close.
I'm over 50, right?
Agassi showing some nice skills at the net, but McEnroe, still trying to win the point, eventually lofts a high lob that lands just inside the line. Agassi is left stunned as it drops in, and McEnroe celebrates the point. McEnroe tries to repeat the pattern, but Agassi is ready for it. He returns the ball high as the rally continues. Neither legend wants to concede the point to the other as they both battle back and forth. Agassi finally angles the ball out of McEnroe's range just over the net, taking the game. The match ended in a comprehensive 6-4, 6-2 win for Andre Agassi over John McEnroe.
This Look Back segment was brought to you by Wilson, #1 in tennis. For more information, go to wilson.com.
What an incredible match between Andre Agassi and John McEnroe. Undoubtedly, 2 of the greatest players of all time. Now, February 28th at Madison Square Garden, they'll be taking on their greatest adversaries. Andre Agassi against Pete Sampras, John McEnroe against Ivan Lendl. Now, talking about Ivan Lendl, in this week's Ivan Lendl's tennis tip, we're going to look at the return of serve. Lendl had one of the greatest returns of all time. I'd pay attention.
Tennis Tips from Ivan Lendl is brought to you by the Champions Academy.
To me, a tennis match is like a puzzle made up of different shots. You need to work on all the pieces of the puzzle in order to control the point, which is the key to the game. Only then can you let the pieces gel together and complete the puzzle to win the match. Hi, I'm Ivan Lendl, and today we're going to work on our return of serve. A return of serve is one of the 2 most important shots in the game, along with the serve. Your opponent has the opportunity to be aggressive and take control of the point. Your goal is to try to prevent him from doing that. Of the first serve, you just try to get the ball deep or under his feet if he's attacking and start a rally. Of the second serve, you can either try to move over a little bit and hit a big forehand, or hit a heavy shot with the backhand or forehand, which is deep, and get some shorter reply, take control of the point that way. If you look at the statistics, most players win a high percentage of the points on their first serve, and if they can win over 50% of their second serves, they are in good shape. So you have to take advantage of your opponent missing the first serve.
tennis tips from Ivan Lendl is brought to you by the Champions Academy, where greatness happens. For more information, visit champacademy.com. Next, we sit down with rising tennis star Sam Querrey. Then later, we go back in time to one of the greatest rivalries of all time, Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert at Madison Square Garden. This and more coming up. The World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas, is brought to you by BNP Paribas, the bank for a changing world. Wilson, #1 in tennis. Tennis Magazine. Get exclusive coverage online at tennis.com. Ivan Lendl's Champions Academy. For more information, visit champacademy.com. And by the BNP Paribas Showdown. 4 legends, 2 epic rivalries, 1 night of tennis. Tickets on sale September 27th.